All right, guys. So this is one of the breakfasts. I have like 5 that we go through. This is like the main one. So we do oats, coconut milk, banana and apple with cinnamon, and we end up boiling this. And so this is low in calories. It has a lot of micronutrients from the banana, apple, and it will keep you full for a long time. So me and Dana eat this all the time, and this is probably the best oats you can make. Just because a lot of people end up making oats, they put a ton of sugar and stuff like that in there. When you end up boiling this on the pot, all the flavors kind of blend together, and it ends up tasting so much better than if you were microwaving it or essentially adding additives to it that you don't need. The fruit does all the work for you. I also use coconut milk just because we're kind of cutting down on some calories. And this meal I end up pairing with is eggs. I'm gonna add some spinach and some cheese. I can't even pronounce this. How do you pronounce this? Gorgonzola. Gorgonzola. It's like a blue cheese kind of tastes like it. But so yeah, what you do first is you end up chopping up the fruit like that. You put it in the pot. Banana sticky. But seriously, this is like one of the best meals you can eat in the morning. You're gonna keep full for so long, and you won't have to snack or anything like that. All this fiber in your stomach from the fruit and the oats ends up expanding, and that's the reason why you end up being full from fiber, really. So this is super high in fiber, and just pour as much milk as you want. If you want them to be more thick, less milk, but I don't. I like it more kind of liquidy. So you're just gonna put it on medium heat, add some cinnamon, stir it, and let it do its thing. And just like that. And then you want to kind of stir it here now. You don't want the cinnamon just sitting on top, or if you do, it might be a serial killer. It's one of the traits, but you know. And so yeah, that's just gonna warm up. It's gonna blend together, cook. It's awesome, tastes so good. If you want to add something, if you're like, oh, it's not sweet enough, honey is probably the best thing to do, just because it's not processed. And there is also one thing actually I would suggest. So this is cane sugar in a stevia blend. Usually when you just get stevia, it's way too sweet. And this, I found that it tastes just like sugar, but it's not as much sugar. Obviously, it's only 10 calories for 1 tablespoon. So this actually can go and substitute all your sugar. It's the best thing I found. I've like bought stevia so many times and tried it here and there, and it's not as good. So this next thing is just going to be eggs, essentially. So you just grab some oil. I'm sure everyone knows how to make eggs, and you can make your eggs how you want. This is just so we have carbs essentially here and protein. This is mainly a carbs meal. So, and an egg has about 70 calories per, so I don't have to use egg whites. Now, if you were trying to be like super technical and like, oh, I want to lose weight, you can just do egg whites, but we don't need to do that. These are eggs from my mom's chickens. So they're super organic, which is cool. And they're not all the same size. That's what you'll find out about real eggs. So we'll probably do 4 eggs. So this one's like a lot smaller than the other one. And then at the end, I'm just gonna add some spinach because I don't want the spinach to get like, you know how it shrinks down so fast. So just a little bit of spinach, cheese, and then I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it, scramble it. Like I said, you can make your eggs how you want, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, so the eggs are getting close to being done. Here in a minute, I'm going to add some spinach. I kind of want my eggs to be like this, not super runny or mixed up. It depends from day to day. Doesn't matter, like I said, how you make your eggs. I'm sure everybody knows how to throw an egg in a pan and move it around. But yeah, the spinach and this cheese, or if you have blue cheese or crumbs or anything like that, it adds so much flavor to it, especially if you were doing egg whites. If you're going to do egg whites, I would definitely add a little bit of flavor like that from somewhere at least. I'm gonna add some salt to some salt to the spinach. And then the best part, and we don't even have that much of this cheese left, but that's all right. A lot of people probably don't like blue cheese, but I love it. All right. Yeah, so yeah, I want my spinach to be kind of whole like this. It's gonna shrivel a little bit just with the seed, and that's it. It's already done. We can take this off the pot. It's still gonna cook a little bit in this pan. Turn that off. And the oats, we're just waiting to boil. Okay guys, so the oats are done. They just boiled. I took them off. Now we're just gonna add them to a bowl, or 2 bowls, because this is honestly 2 servings. If you were just gonna cook this for yourself, it's in half an apple, half a banana, half a cup of oats, and then really a cup or cup and a half of milk or whatever milk substitute you want. So this is gonna serve 2 of us, and it can honestly even be 3 servings with how much it makes. It yields a lot. And that's the goal, is you end up eating a lot of food for not that many calories. So this is why this meal is perfect. And you can even add some cinnamon on top, honey, nuts, whatever you want. Just be aware of how many calories you add. So this is it. You have the oats. This is your carb source, your micronutrients. Then you have your spinach and eggs. And you don't have to use fruit, apples and bananas. You can do mangoes, you can do any type of fruit you want really. So, all right, let's eat, enjoy.